Get ready for a journey across Earth where reality surpasses even the wildest imagination. We're uncovering the planet's most incredible and rarest natural wonders. Earth is our shared home, and we think we know it all. But do we really? Just take a closer look, and a kaleidoscope of unbelievable phenomena unfolds, challenging our everyday understanding. We call them natural wonders. And today, I invite you on a fascinating journey to understand what makes them so special. So what exactly is a natural wonder? It's more than just something pretty or unusual. It's a phenomenon that amazes because of its rarity, scale, uniqueness, or seeming inexplicability. Picture this. In one place, a desert suddenly blooms with millions of flowers. In another, rocks move on their own, leaving long trails. And somewhere in the sky, multicolored lights erupt, unlike anything on Earth. These moments leave us speechless, wondering about questions we thought had been answered long ago. Science, of course, tries to provide explanations, and often succeeds. But that doesn't take away the magic. In fact, understanding the complex physics, chemistry, or biology behind these wonders only enhances our awe of nature's grandeur. For example, the northern lights aren't just dancing spirits. They're the result of the solar wind interacting with the Earth's magnetic field. Sounds scientific, but the spectacle is no less captivating, right? We, as expert explainers, strive to solve these puzzles without diminishing their charm. The criteria for a natural wonder often include several aspects. First, rarity. The less frequent the phenomenon, the more it's valued. Second, scale and visual appeal. The impact, the ability to evoke strong emotions. Third, complexity of origin. Often, behind a seemingly simple sight lie years, decades, or even millions of years of geological, climatic, or evolutionary processes. And finally, historical or cultural significance. Many of these wonders have become part of legends and myths, inspiring generations. We'll be talking about dancing lights in the sky, rivers flowing underwater, glowing creatures from the deep sea, and much more. Each of these phenomena is a reminder of how alive and inventive our planet is. It encourages us not just to look, but to see, not just to listen, but to hear the Earth's whispers. And above all, these wonders prompt us to think about how important it is to protect this amazing and fragile world. Many of them are unique and irreplaceable, and their preservation depends on us. So, let's explore these amazing facets of our planet together, which sometimes seem beyond explanation, but are always full of profound meaning and mesmerizing beauty. What if the familiar sky above hides not only clouds and stars, but also fantastic light shows, invisible lightning, and even fire whirls? Are you ready to learn what incredible dances the Earth's atmosphere puts on? Our sky isn't just a blue dome overhead, but a huge, ever-changing laboratory where nature conducts its most spectacular experiments. And sometimes these experiments create spectacles that seem straight out of science fiction. We're talking about atmospheric anomalies that, despite their rarity, can forever change our perception of Earth's atmosphere. Let's start with the most famous and captivating, the Northern Lights. These dancing lights of the north and south, or aurora borealis and aurora australis, are one of the most majestic sights our planet has to offer. What makes the sky flash with emerald, pink, purple, and gold? It's the result of the solar wind, a stream of charged particles from the sun, meeting the Earth's magnetic field. When these particles collide with atoms of gases in the upper atmosphere, they excite them, causing them to glow. This cosmic ballet takes place at an altitude of 50 to 370 miles, and although we know the physics, the magic remains. But the sky holds even rarer secrets. For example, sprites are giant but extremely fleeting flashes of red light that appear high above storm clouds at an altitude of 30 to 55 miles. They look like huge jellyfish or carrots pointing into space. Unlike ordinary lightning, which strikes downwards, sprites are a kind of reverse lightning, arising from powerful electrical discharges in the ionosphere caused by a thunderstorm below. They are difficult to spot with the naked eye, lasting only fractions of a second, but their existence confirms how dynamic and full of surprises our atmosphere is. An even more mysterious phenomenon is ball lightning. It's one of the most elusive and controversial atmospheric phenomena. Imagine a glowing ball, from a few inches to a few feet in diameter, moving slowly or quickly through the air, sometimes making hissing sounds or smelling of ozone, and then disappearing without a trace or exploding. Scientists still haven't reached a consensus on its nature. There are dozens of theories, from plasma formations to microwave resonators. It appears rarely, unpredictably, and often causes panic, but remains one of the most intriguing atmospheric puzzles. And finally, fire whirls, or fire tornadoes. This truly frightening and fascinating phenomenon occurs when a powerful updraft of heated air rises above a source of intense fire, most often in a forest or a burning city. If this flow encounters swirling winds, it can form a vertical vortex that pulls flames high into the sky. The temperature inside such a vortex can reach thousands of degrees Fahrenheit, and it can carry burning debris over considerable distances, spreading the fire. It's a clear demonstration of the destructive, but also amazing power of nature. These phenomena are just the tip of the iceberg of atmospheric wonders. They remind us that even in the most familiar things, there are endless secrets waiting to be discovered. This will change your perception of the Earth's stability and its waters. Get ready to see stones travel on their own, lakes colored in incredible hues, and waterfalls disappearing into oceanic depths, defying common sense. The earth beneath our feet seems motionless, and the waters seem predictable and well-studied. But this is just an illusion. Our planet is full of geological and hydrological oddities that defy conventional logic and make us rethink the fundamentals of physics. Prepare for a dive into a world where stones travel on their own, lakes change color, and waterfalls disappear into the abyss of the ocean, demonstrating the inexhaustible power and inventiveness of our planet. Perhaps one of the most mysterious phenomena is the moving rocks of Death Valley at Racetrack Playa in California. On the huge, perfectly flat bottom of a dried-up lake lie boulders weighing up to several hundred pounds. Behind them stretch long, clear trails, as if someone invisible pushed them across the surface. For decades, this was one of nature's greatest mysteries. No one had seen them move, and no traces of external influence were found. Only in 2014 were scientists able to solve this mystery. It turned out that specific conditions are needed for the rocks to move. A thin layer of water after rain, which freezes at night, forming thin sheets of ice. Then, under the influence of a light wind, these icy sails push the rocks across the wet, slippery clay. It's a classic example of how science explains magic without detracting from its wonder and beauty. Let's move on to pink lakes. One of the most famous is Lake Hillier in Australia, which impresses with its saturated pink color. Next to it is the blue of the ocean, and the contrast is simply incredible. Similar lakes exist in other parts of the world, such as Lake Retba in Senegal or Salinas de Torrevieja in Spain. The reason for their unusual color lies not in magic, but in biology. It's the result of the activity of special microorganisms, such as the algae Dunalilia salina and halobacteria, which thrive in high salinity conditions. They produce carotenoids, pigments that give the water this fantastic hue. The higher the concentration of salt and the intensity of sunlight, the brighter and deeper the pink color becomes, turning the water surface into a living palette. What about underwater waterfalls? No, it's not an optical illusion, although it looks that way in photographs off the coast of Mauritius, as if a giant waterfall goes into the depths of the ocean. In fact, it's a unique geological phenomenon. The shores of Mauritius drop sharply, and sand from the bottom of the continental shelf, under the influence of currents and gravity, flows down the underwater slope into the deeper layers of the ocean. This flow of sand and silt creates the illusion of a waterfall. Similar, but much larger, underwater waterfalls exist in the Denmark Strait between Greenland and Iceland. There, cold, dense water from the Arctic flows along the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, forming a powerful underwater current that exceeds the volume of all terrestrial rivers combined. This is a real underwater cascade, invisible to the human eye, but playing a crucial role in the global circulation of ocean waters and climate. These geological and hydrological wonders remind us that Earth is a dynamic system where water and stone constantly interact, creating incredible forms and phenomena. They show that even the seemingly simplest elements of our planet are capable of amazing transformations if the right conditions come together. And the task of the expert explainer is to reveal the veil of mystery over these processes so that everyone can appreciate the greatness, beauty, and inventiveness of nature, realizing that behind each such wonder lies a complex and fascinating story worthy of study. Imagine you are standing on the shore of the ocean in complete darkness, and suddenly the waves begin to glow with a myriad of lights, turning the surf into a living, pulsating, starry sky. Or, walking through a tropical forest, you notice a plant that doesn't just wait for photosynthesis, but actively hunts like a predator. When we talk about natural wonders, we often imagine grandiose landscapes or celestial phenomena. But the world of living organisms holds no less, and sometimes more, amazing secrets. Life on Earth has adapted to the most incredible conditions, creating phenomena that boggle the mind, and make us look at evolution in a new way. Today, we'll dive into biological wonders, from the shining depths of the ocean to carnivorous plants and unique alliances of living creatures. Let's start with bioluminescence, the ability of living organisms to emit light. This is not just a beautiful sight, but a complex chemical process behind which evolution stands. In the oceans, bioluminescence is ubiquitous. Imagine a night sea where every movement of a wave or a passing fish leaves behind a trail of blue glow. This is the work of single-celled algae, dinoflagellates, which, when disturbed, emit light as a defense mechanism, scaring away predators or attracting larger predators to their enemies. In the depths of the ocean, where sunlight doesn't penetrate, bioluminescence becomes the only way to communicate, attract a partner, or obtain food. Deep-sea fish, squid, jellyfish, many of them have turned into living lanterns. But it's not just the ocean that glows. In forests, you can find foxfire, the glow of rotting trees caused by special fungi, or watch the graceful dance of fireflies, which use light to attract partners. This is a real living spectacle, where every ray of light has its own meaning. Nature is also full of amazing symbiotic relationships, where different species live in close interaction, benefiting each other. A classic example is the clownfish and the anemone. The anemone, deadly to most marine life, becomes a safe haven for the clownfish thanks to a special mucous membrane. In return, the clownfish cleans the anemone of parasites and may even bring it food. Or take cleaning birds, such as oxpeckers, which feed on ticks and parasites from the skin of large mammals, such as buffalo or rhinos. Mammals receive free hygiene, and birds receive food. These alliances demonstrate how nature finds ingenious solutions for survival, where cooperation becomes the key to success. And, of course, we must mention carnivorous plants. In a world where most plants peacefully exist through photosynthesis, these creatures have chosen a different path. They live in poor soils that lack nitrogen and other nutrients and compensate for this by eating insects and sometimes small animals. The most famous example is the Venus flytrap. Its trap leaves, resembling a mouth with teeth, snap shut as soon as an insect touches sensitive hairs. Nepenthes, or pitcher plants, use their leaves, transformed into deep pitchers filled with digestive fluid, to lure and digest their victims. And sundews are covered with sticky hairs that not only hold insects, but also secrete enzymes to digest them. These plants are living proof that evolution knows no bounds in its pursuit of adaptation and survival. Biological wonders are a testament to the incredible ingenuity of life. They remind us that every corner of our planet, from the smallest microorganism to the most complex ecosystem, is full of amazing stories and phenomena worthy of our attention and protection. By studying them, we not only expand our knowledge, but also gain a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all life on Earth. Amazingly, less than 10% of the deepest ocean trenches have been explored, and every year we lose up to 50,000 species, many of which could hold the key to understanding new wonders. These numbers highlight the fragility and unexplored nature of our planet. We've taken an amazing journey through the most incredible corners of Earth, exploring celestial dances, moving rocks, and glowing organisms. Each of these natural wonders not only amazes, it shapes our perception of the planet, turning it from an ordinary place into an endless source of mysteries and inspiration. These phenomena remind us that Earth is a living, breathing organism, constantly changing and full of surprises. They expand the boundaries of our understanding of what is possible in this world and make us feel part of something much bigger. However, as majestic and unshakable as these wonders may seem, many of them are surprisingly fragile. In the face of rapid climate change, environmental pollution, and anthropogenic pressure, even the most ancient and powerful natural phenomena are under threat. For example, the northern lights directly depend on the Earth's magnetosphere and solar activity, but changing climate affects atmospheric processes. Pink lakes can lose their color due to changes in salinity or water composition, and fragile ecosystems that produce bioluminescence suffer from ocean pollution and rising temperatures. The loss of even one of these wonders would be an irreparable loss, not only for science, but for all of humanity, depriving us of part of our shared natural history and a source of eternal wonder. That's why studying and preserving these phenomena is becoming critically important. Science doesn't just explain how they work, but also helps to understand why they exist, what conditions are necessary for their occurrence, and how we can protect them from extinction. Every new discovery about moving rocks or underwater waterfalls enriches our knowledge of geology and hydrology. Studies of bioluminescence can lead to breakthroughs in medicine or lighting technology. These wonders are not just objects to admire. They are invaluable laboratories where nature has been conducting its experiments for millions of years, and we can learn lessons from them that will help us cope with the challenges of the future. Our responsibility to future generations is enormous. We cannot allow these unique phenomena to remain only in history books or old photographs. Preserving natural wonders is not only a matter of ecology, but also a matter of preserving our cultural and spiritual heritage. It's our duty to ensure that our children and grandchildren can see with their own eyes how the sky dances, how the stones move, and how the forest glows in the dark. This requires us to take active measures, reducing emissions, protecting wildlife, supporting scientific research, and raising awareness. The Earth continues to amaze us every day. It holds many more secrets waiting to be discovered. And as long as we continue to seek, explore, and most importantly, protect it, these wonders will continue to inspire us, reminding us of the infinite beauty and complexity of the world in which we are fortunate enough to live. Let's be worthy of this gift, becoming not just observers, but also custodians of these incredible phenomena. Our planet is not just a set of resources, but a treasure trove of wonders that we must pass on untouched. Hopefully, this journey through the wonders of nature has inspired you as much as it has inspired us. If you want to continue discovering the incredible secrets of our planet and stay up to date with the most amazing phenomena, subscribe to the Epoch Echoes channel and like this video. Together, we will explore a world full of magic and science.